Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TauGtYourProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about how thought is speech before God. This is a famous quote that thought is speech before God. And this is very important to think about because sometimes I'll get people say, well, it doesn't really matter what you think, it's just a matter of what you do, and your thought life can be problematic, but as long as you're doing the right things, that's all that really matters. But I'm going to tell you that's wrong, because from your thoughts come your actions. Remember that Jesus said that it is from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within and defile the man. Listen, if you think that your thought life can just be uncontrolled and not positive, not thinking about good things, you are completely wrong. It is from the heart that those evil thoughts come up, that those evil things come up. And let me make this very clear. Because many times people think evil thoughts, they just think those big things, like Jesus listed some of these big things. But the evil thoughts he's talking about are not just the evil things that he also talked about. Evil thoughts are evil thoughts in general. They are thoughts that are not on the goodness of God. Thoughts that are not in line with God's perfect plan for his creation. And so yes, if you're having thoughts that are saying, well, I can't do this, it's just not enough, maybe God won't hear my prayer, those kind of thoughts, those are evil thoughts. Those are not pure thoughts. Those are not good thoughts. And they need to be removed from your thought life completely. This is why I stress Philippians 4:8 so much. You must guard your heart and make sure that your heart, the thoughts of your heart, are only things that are lovely and of good report. If you take that up as, this is my goal in life for right now, I'm going to make sure that I'm focusing only on things that are lovely and of good report. My thoughts are only about things that are lovely and of good report. You'll understand that your speech before God, your thought life, is pure, it's holy, it's aligned with his perfect will. Do you want to have thoughts that are unclean, that are evil? Yes, your thoughts of doubt, your thoughts of there's not enough, your thoughts of limitation in this world are evil. They're not good thoughts. They're not thoughts aligned with the holy God who is infinite and above all, and yet all exist within him. Jesus said very plainly, you can have whatsoever you say. But you can't doubt in your heart. That doubt is evil thoughts. And it robs you of the things you want in life. The only things you get in life from the evil thoughts in your heart are more evil things. And that's not what you want. And yet many people are in this cycle of doing the same thing. They think about evil, then they talk about evil, then they experience more evil. Then it reinforces their mentality, this must somehow be what life is about. And so then they think about it more. Then they talk about it more. Then they experience it more, and they go through their entire life never learning the lesson that at the root cause of the problem they're having in life is their thought life. Everybody knows, oh, God can read your thoughts. He can read your mind. Everybody knows that in principle, but in practice, their thought lives are all over the place, and they're disastrous, evil thoughts that aren't filled with the purity and holiness of God. This is why I tell you to focus on thinking about good things. Really think about that. Your thoughts are speech to God. Do you want those random thoughts to be your speech before God? Those thoughts of doubt? Those thoughts of not enough? Those thoughts of this can't work out for me? Those thoughts of I can't do it? Is that what you want? Because I seriously doubt it is. Is that the prayers you want? Do you want those prayers answered? That doubt and unbelief? I seriously doubt you do. So my friend, I want to encourage you today. Really make this a point that you are going to be the master of your thought life. You are going to be in control of your thoughts. Now listen, if a random thought comes up, that's all right. But how do you deal with it? Do you start meditating on it, thinking about it, pondering it? Or do you immediately cast it down if it goes against the knowledge of God? If it's contrary to His perfect will? And see, this is what you must do. You must be diligent in guarding your heart, keeping your heart with all diligence. And you must be diligent to think about those things that are lovely and of good report only. Don't let your mind get swayed into the politics of the day. Don't let your mind get swayed into some drama at work. Don't let your mind get swayed into some babblings of people who don't like someone and they're gossiping about them. Get your mind right with God. Get it pure. Get it focused on the good, thinking about the good, meditating on the good, and watch as your life experiences more of the good. It's really a simple principle, but it is so hard because it seems contrary to what we've been taught. It seems contrary to the natural man's experience in the world. But the natural man is very ignorant of the spiritual things underlying his experiences in the natural world. So to him, he hears something like this say, well, that's just that positive thinking stuff. That can't work. I tried it once. Which of course they didn't. They tried being a little bit more positive. But they still were overall virtually an infinite amount of negativity. But this is a real pure heart change you must have. And it comes by knowing Jesus, being born again, being purified in heart, being sanctified by the Spirit. Then you become a new man, a new creature. All things are become new. And then you can start meditating and focusing and thinking about those things that are lovely and good report. Really focusing on the things of God. And then your speech before God, as your thoughts, is pure. And it's holy. It's something you want to give to God. It's a prayer that you want to send up to God. And if you think of your thought life that way, it'll really change the way you think. Do I want what I'm thinking now to happen? Do I want this thing I'm meditating about to expand in my life, to be more of this? If it's good, yes. But if it's negative, no. And that is a simple litmus test you can go through to get rid of these thoughts. And it's very simple. If it's not something you want, stop thinking about it. If it's something you want, continue thinking about it, meditating on it, praising God for it, blessing God for it. That's all right. But if it's not what you want, stop thinking about it immediately. Cast it out and start thinking about something good. My friend, your thoughts are speech to God. Let that speech be pure. Let that speech be seasoned with grace. Let that speech be as the oracles of God. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.